So, very pleased to be joined today by Molly. Molly has very kindly agreed to speak today about her experience with hypnotherapy in dealing with a long-standing phobia. And what I want to do really is, first of all, welcome you, Molly, and I want to just ask you a little bit about what exactly was your problem prior to coming to Cumbria Hypnosis.
For as long as I can remember, I've been scared of blood and needles and going to the doctors. It has just been a long-standing problem because it's been a situation where I've put off going to the doctors, going to the hospital, and I know that I've been poorly in the past, but I've just not done anything about it. And being a teacher, I've had to, like, when children have hurt themselves and things, I panic and things within myself, so that's when I knew it was time to do something.
Right, okay. And so in terms of the experiences you were going through with your phobia, how was it affecting your life? What was it like to be you?
Terrible, just absolutely awful. Like, I felt like nobody really understood how scared I actually was. I couldn't really say anything because people kind of had the attitude of just kind of get over it, and it wasn't that easy. Like, you know, I have been trying for years and years to go to the doctors and hospitals and things, but yeah, when you can't really tell people how you feel, it's odd, really.
So in terms of how long you've been suffering with this problem, how long would you say it had been?
As long as I can remember.
As long as you can remember.
Yeah.
And so in terms of attempts to try and deal with this problem, what had you tried?
Conversations with people, but that kind of made it worse. Kind of the attempt of just going for it, like, because through school and things, obviously you need to have injections and that, and I'd worry about it for weeks and weeks on end, and I'd know that, say, like, in a couple of years' time I'd need this particular injection, and I'd worry about it for those years, and it would come up and I'd just kind of go for it at the time, but it just made it worse. And yeah, so...
So, I mean, a lot of people tend to have the problem of fainting with this kind of problem.
Yeah.
Did you have that as well?
Things, yeah. I remember when my gran was in hospital once, she was literally just having a blood pressure taken, and I had gone to visit her and I passed out, and yeah, it was embarrassing. And
yeah, that's really horrible. So how did you end up hearing about hypnotherapy?
There's not as a insult, but as in this was like the final straw, like, as in all my friends had, you know, got angry at me almost for being so pathetic. And yeah, one of my friends said, "Oh, why don't you try hypnotherapy?" So I googled it, and your name came up, and I gave it a shot, and yeah.
And here you are. And what was your anticipation prior to coming to your first session? I mean, did you have any preconceptions you can tell people about?
Preconceptions were, I hope this works, because I can't think of anything else that will work like as well as this. But no, I just kind of wanted to be open-minded about it and just give it a good shot.
Because probably you'd heard about hypnosis from TV shows. And
yeah, definitely. I didn't know
like
what to
most
expect
people.
at all.
No.
You know, I kind of had the vision of, you know, like the pendulum and being put to sleep, but...
Was it anything like that?
Nothing like that, no.
So tell people a little bit about what you remember your first experience being like.
Hypnotherapy?
Yes, please.
So we talked a lot. It was more like about a session where we kind of put our cards on the table about what I was feeling, what I needed to, you know, get over this and things. And you taught me how to get over the phobia slowly by thinking how to relax and how to get over the anxiety as opposed to the actual thing. And after the first session, you gave me lots of tips and things after that to practice at home to deal with that anxiety for when the time actually comes that I can put it into practice myself.
So was it pretty effective from the start, would you say,
Right,
without putting words in your mouth? Yeah, it did help you straight away then.
Yeah.
And over the weeks, I mean, how many sesssions would you say you had?
I had 4 sessions week after week.
Yeah.
One session, and then a session, a follow-up a month later, and then a follow-up about 3 months later.
Okay. And in that time, did you find that useful to have that intensive start and then sort of gradually wean yourself off, as it were?
Considering that for years and years and years, I've tried to get over this, you know, myself, like manually. You could literally see the difference in me week by week by week, and that's what was so good about this kind of program. In that, you know, I could say, "Oh, this time last week I couldn't have done that," but sorry, this time, you know, a week ago,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to talk about this or do this, or, you know, and I'd say to my friends, like, oh, you know, last night I did this and last night I did that, and they were shocked themselves. And it is very, very intense, but very like rewarding in that each week you can do more things.
Great. So how has this enabled your life?
I just can do so much more. I went to the doctors about feeling like I said, my blood sugar level is really, really low, and I have felt like that for a while as well, but I've just not done anything about it. For years my mum's been saying like that I'm probably anemic and all like that kind of stuff, but I just haven't done anything because I'm scared to go and get it checked. And now I have to check my blood glucose with my like little monitor thing, and it's not a problem, it's not an issue, whereas a couple of months ago it would have been.
So how is that feeling now? I mean, when you say it was so debilitating in the past, what's it almost, how do you feel different?
Massively. I feel like a different person. I feel like I don't have to worry anymore about different things. We can chat about different things and I don't have to panic. I'd have to prepare in advance for certain things, so I know that if I was feeling anxious I'd need like a bottle of Coke or something to like calm me down, and yeah, I just feel so much better.
So in terms of, I mean, we're almost not allowed to use the word cure, but would you say it is as good as cured?
As good as cured. I don't think I ever would want to run and have a blood test for, you know, the
Nor would
joy.
anybody, I don't think.
But I would say that I would do it and I would feel happy about, you know, going and getting it done.
Great, thank you. And so in terms of what you have gone through on this journey with hypnotherapy, is this something you would recommend to other people?
Definitely, and I have done about certain things. I think it's not really, it's a journey where you do things in here and it's a journey where you do things outside, and together you can combat anything really.
Wonderful.
And I think it's not just about phobia, it's about anything, it's about you changing your kind of thoughts on life and things.
Well, amazing. So good to see you looking so well, and thank you very much for returning to talk to other people about this, because I'm sure it's going to be very helpful to a lot of people to hear you speak. And all I can do is wish you all the very, very best for the future. And, well, if you want to keep in touch and tell us how you're getting on, it'd be lovely to hear from you.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Thanks, Molly. Thanks.